Hi, this is Sharan. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video, we are going to see about the various skill set that is required in order to secure a job as a data scientist. Many people who are following my journey of learning data science in 100 days are coming up with questions asking, what is the skill set that is really required in order to get a job as a data scientist, and how long does it take? In order to answer all those questions, I have decided to come up with this particular video. So here, I'm going to explain you about the various tools and technologies that are expected from a data scientist job applicant, as well as the technical and soft skills. Before getting into the details, if you are interested in data science related content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you are interested in learning more about data science, please click the link on the top where I have started a journey of learning data science in 100 days. I will be covering all the important core topics that is required to work on a data science project. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about two major parts at high level. One is various tools and technologies that are repeatedly reported in various job posting related to data science position, as well as the technical and soft skills that are expected from the data science job applicant. Coming to the first one, which is the tools and technologies. So here, the first one is about the programming language. About 70 to 80% of the job posting related to data science position are asking the applicant to have some prior knowledge in programming languages such as Python, R, SAS, and SQL. If you are someone who is looking to start your journey of data science, I would prefer you choose Python over the other programming language, because Python is very popular right now, and many of the recent advanced analytics capabilities such as deep learning has many packages and libraries available in Python, which makes it very easy to implement. And Python has an extremely large community support, so if you are stuck with any issue, it will be really easy to get the support required from the community. The second one regarding the tools and technologies would be visualization capability. So in order to improve your capability on visualization, I would suggest you to work on few dashboarding tools. Maybe you can choose Tableau, Power BI, or any other tools. There aren't many open source tools, which is really good, but all these tools such as Tableau and Power BI would offer a free trial period, usually 15 days or 20 days or even 1 month. I would suggest to make use of these trial periods in order to use these tools and get familiar with how to use these tools. It wouldn't take much time, it will be quite easy, and it will be very helpful for you in the long run. As in most of the data science job, it will be really required for you to make a dashboard in order to present the insights to the various business stakeholders. And if you are going to choose a programming language like Python or R, I would suggest to go through the visualization capability of that particular tool. For example, if you choose Python, it will be really good if you are very much familiar with the matplotlib library as well as the seaborn library. You can also look into various visualization libraries such as ggplot, which is also available in R, so that you would be able to come up with various visualization as you analyze on the data. When you work on a data science project, it is really important to understand the data to the best of our ability, and these visualizations helps us a lot in getting the insights or identifying the patterns in the data. So programming and visualization capability are considered as and must have for applying for any data science position. Coming to the good to have technology knowledge such as the big data framework as well as cloud experience. Recently, as the cost of storage has reduced drastically, like over the last few years, many organizations are started to store a lot of data which previously have not been stored. So they are looking out for ways in order to get the insights as well as patterns from these large data set which previously were not used. So in order to work on these extremely large data set which is often unstructured, it is really important to have good knowledge on the big data framework. Some of the tools that can help you in this are like Cassandra and Hadoop, which are specifically used to store a large amount of data And Spark can also come as handy. Spark is an execution engine which makes some of the analysis very fast. And the next one is the cloud experience. Cloud platform provides a lot of advantages such as the reduced IT cost, easy scalability, enhanced security options, which previously were not accessible for many small organizations. So what's happening is many people are moving towards the cloud platform because of many of these advantages. And if you have any experience on cloud platform, it will be an added advantage for your profile. It's very easy to get some experience and exposure to the various cloud platform. Many popular platforms such as GCP, AWS and Azure often either free credits or free tier where you can try out their platform for free of cost. So maybe I would suggest, if you are really interested in gaining experience into these cloud platform, make use of all these free options and get an exposure about their platform as well as their capability. So these are all the tools and technologies that would be really required. To provide a brief recap, the programming and visualization capability are considered to be must-have. So you have to spend a lot of time in order to build your skill set on these two areas. And it will be really good if you have some experience into the various big data framework as well as tools and the cloud platforms. Now moving to the various technical and soft skill set that is expected from a data scientist. So here I have broadly classified this into 4 parts. One is the analytical skills. Second one is the business acumen. Third one is the technical knowledge, the actual data science experience. And the fourth one is the communication skill set. As a data scientist, it is really important to have some exposure across all these 4 areas. So I'm going to talk about the ways in order to improve the skill set across all these areas. Coming to the first one, the analytical skill set. As a data scientist, before working on any particular problem, it is really important for you to have a thorough understanding of the problem. So in order to have a thorough understanding of the problem, it is really important for the data scientist to have an analytical thinking or analytical mindset. It is very easy to improve this skill set. There are some methods which helps us in improving these skill set as we progress. So the first one is asking more questions. The popular method here is 5W and 1H. So where we ask questions starting with who, what, why, where, when and how. By asking all these questions, it helps us in getting a thorough understanding of the problem that we are trying to solve. Let's pick up an example. So let's consider a problem where we are trying to stop the customers from churning off. So in order to get the thorough understanding of this particular use case, we have to try asking who is the customers that is churning off. What is the churn trend across our company as well as across the industry? Why the people are churning off? And where do the churned customers going to? When did this churn issue started really? How can we improve the experience and stop the customers from churning off? So by asking all these questions, what we are trying to do is we are trying to get a better understanding about the problem, like what is the root cause for it and how to solve that particular problem. The second method that is very popular in order to improve the analytical thinking is the gap analysis. So in the gap analysis, what we do is we understand about the current state and we imagine about a future state, and we try to come up with various analysis that is required in order to move from the current state to the future state. So let's consider the same churn example. Let's say that about 8% of the customers churn within their first month of joining a particular platform, and we want to reduce this figure to 5% or below. So what we do is we come up with various analysis trying to understand how much revenue would be improved by reducing this churn rate from 8% to 5%. Is it really worth to work on a marketing campaign to help retaining all these customers? What is the profile of my loyal customers, and what is the profile of these customers who are churning within the first 1 month? Do I need to do some marketing campaigns in order to reach out to more customers whose profile are very similar to my loyal customer base? Or what can I do in order to make the other customers who are churning out to be more loyal to this particular platform or whatever product that you are working on? So these kind of questions helps us in better understanding the problem. The next one is the business acumen. As a data scientist, you will be working with the various business teams. So it is really important to get a very good understanding about the problem from these various business teams. So there should be a capability to asking many probing questions in order to understand the actual issue. So in order to improve this particular skill set, it is really required for you to read a lot of analytics use cases. There are a lot of use cases available online about how various companies made use of their analytics capability in order to solve various problems. Some of the popular use cases are how Amazon used a recommendation engine in order to improve their sales, how Netflix is making various analytics use cases and buying various new movies based on the analysis, as well as how their recommendation system is working. So by reading through all these different use cases, you will get a very good understanding about the business and how various analytics use cases can solve various business problems. The next one is the actual data science experience. So this one is a technical skill set that is required for a data scientist. In order to improve this particular skill set, I would suggest you enroll for competitions on platforms such as Cadel. By working on these platforms or these competitions, what happens is you improve your technical skill set on working on a particular problem. By working on some of these competitions, what happens is unknowingly over the period of time, you will be able to gain specific knowledge on, for example, methods that are popularly used for feature selection. What are all the different algorithms and which algorithms works best for which kind of scenarios? What is the typical exploratory data analysis that is usually done on the data and how it is useful for building a predictive model, let's say. So by working on these platforms, you also get to collaborate with a lot of other people. So you learn about how collaboration is and how to share the code or how to do version controlling about the various scripts that you are writing. As in a real life project, when you are working on a data science use case, you'll be working with a lot of other people and there will be a lot of collaboration effort required. So these platforms will help you in building those skill set that is required as a data scientist. And the last but the most important soft skill is about the communication. No matter how hard you work on the various business use cases, if you are not able to communicate the insights to the business stakeholders, there isn't much use of whatever you have done or whatever effort that you have put into solving this particular problem. Improving your communication skills comes up with practice, but of course there are few pointers which can help you in improving your communication skills. Make use of the right tools, be it dashboarding or various charts. Make use of the one that is best to suit your use case that you are trying to solve. Have a thorough understanding about the problem and try to explain these to the business stakeholders in very simple terms as well as terminology that are familiar to them. Try to avoid jargons as much as possible and try to have a storyline with a causal effort chain in order to demonstrate the use case that you are trying to highlight. So these are all the various technical as well as soft skills that are required or expected from a data science job applicant. Now coming to the most important part, how to improve your success rate. How to improve the chances of your resume getting shortlisted or the probability of you succeeding in your interview. Some of the techniques that can be followed are: build a very good portfolio. Try to work on hobby projects that can help you in securing the job as well as that can help you in learning data science much more faster. The second one is increase your online presence. Keep your LinkedIn profile up to date. Try to write blogs about whatever you are learning or about the hobby project that you are working on. Try to participate in competitions such as Cadel and make all these links available in your digital resume. And the third one is get references from your friends as well as colleagues as much as possible Having a lot of references in your resume or in your LinkedIn profile can help you in getting shortlisted for a particular job interview. So these are all the various ways or various techniques that can help in improving or in increasing the probability of your success rate. One final advice before logging off. When you are trying to apply for different data science positions, always apply with a cover letter and try to customize your resume as well as the cover letter to the job position that you are applying for. Just using one template resume for various job positions might not be increasing your chances of succeeding. You have to make changes to your resume and ensure that your resume is very apt for the job position that you are applying for. It could be very simple changes, but it is really important for you to customize your resume for the various job positions that you are applying for. Instead of using one resume and applying for 100 job positions, if you can customize your resume and apply for just 10 job positions, I would say your probability of succeeding would be much higher in the later case. I hope you have learned something about preparing yourself for the data science interview or for making yourself ready for applying for the data science job positions. If you like this video and if you are interested in similar kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel as well as kindly give a thumbs up. If you think this might be useful for any of your friends, please share it with them. See you again with a similar content. Thank you. Bye.